Seniors, please stop eating these 12 healthy foods that may be quietly harming your heart. By the time we reach 65, our heart has beaten over 2 billion times. That's 2 billion silent acts of service, 2 billion reminders that your heart has always been there for you. But after 65, the rules begin to change. Your arteries stiffen. Your metabolism slows. Your body becomes more vulnerable to inflammation, blood pressure spikes, and hidden damage, and much of it begins on your plate. As a clinical nutritionist with over 30 years of experience helping older adults heal through food, I've seen firsthand how certain seemingly harmless ingredients quietly sabotage heart health. You may be eating these foods daily, unaware they are undoing all your good efforts. This article reveals 12 science-backed foods that harm your heart after 65, not through hype or fear, but through research, real-life stories, and professional insight. Let's take a look at these everyday dangers and what to eat instead. 1. Processed meats. The salty slices stealing years from your heart. Ham, bacon, sausages, deli turkey. These are staples in many kitchens, especially for quick sandwiches and breakfasts. But for seniors, they are a slow-acting danger. Processed meats are loaded with sodium, preservatives like nitrates, and saturated fat, a trifecta that stiffens arteries, raises blood pressure, and fuels chronic inflammation. According to a Harvard study published in Circulation, just one serving of processed meat per day can increase the risk of heart disease by 42%. That's not a small number. Nitrates alone have been linked to oxidative stress on the heart's lining. Real story: my patient Louise, 71, thought turkey sandwiches were healthy until her doctor flagged her rising blood pressure. Cutting back on deli meats and replacing them with fresh grilled chicken saw her pressure normalize in just 3 months. Instead, try fresh turkey breast, grilled chicken, or legumes like lentils and chickpeas as protein sources. 2. White bread and refined carbs. The invisible sugar spike behind every slice. White bread, pasta, crackers, pastries, they seem innocent. But refined carbs rapidly break down into sugar, causing blood glucose and insulin to spike. These swings contribute to fat buildup around the heart and raise triglyceride levels. According to Mayo Clinic and Harvard Health, diets high in refined carbs are strongly associated with higher rates of heart disease in older adults. Real insight: one of my clients, Greg, 68, switched his white bread toast for oatmeal and whole grain sprouted bread. Within 6 months, his cholesterol dropped 20 points. Instead, try steel-cut oats, quinoa, barley, or Ezekiel bread. 3. Canned soup. The hidden sodium storm in your bowl. Canned soups are convenient, especially for those living alone. But a single can often contains over 900 milligrams of sodium, sometimes exceeding daily limits. Too much sodium raises blood volume, forcing your heart to work harder. Over time, this leads to left ventricular hypertrophy and enlarged heart muscle that increases the risk of heart failure. Science check: Cleveland Clinic warns that seniors should aim for under 1,500 milligrams sodium per day, something hard to achieve with canned foods. Better option: make your own soup using low-sodium broth, herbs, beans, and fresh vegetables. 4. Butter and lard. Flavorful but dangerous fats. While some saturated fat is okay, older adults should limit butter and lard, both high in LDL cholesterol raising saturated fat. Harvard's Nurses' Health Study linked high saturated fat intake to increased coronary events. Better alternative: avocado oil, olive oil, or a plant-based spread like almond butter. 5 Pickles and fermented vegetables packed in salt. The salty trap in disguise. While fermented foods can be great for gut health, many store-bought varieties are packed in brine and loaded with sodium. Why it matters: excess sodium increases arterial stiffness, damages blood vessel linings, and causes the heart to pump harder. Real tip: rinse pickled foods or choose fresh cucumber and season with vinegar and herbs instead. 6 Fried foods. Crispy textures, clogged arteries. Fried chicken, French fries, donuts. They are not just greasy, they are dangerous. Trans fats and oxidized oils from repeated frying damage blood vessels, increase inflammation, and lower HDL, good cholesterol. Research from Mayo Clinic confirms seniors who consume fried food multiple times per week have a higher risk of stroke and coronary artery disease. Better option: air fry, bake, or grill for crispy texture without the danger. 7 Commercial salad dressings. The heart hazard hiding in your greens. Salads are healthy but not when drowned in creamy, sugary dressings. Most bottled dressings contain trans fats, sugar, sodium, and preservatives. Healthline highlights that even light dressings can contain ingredients that spike inflammation and reduce nitric oxide, the molecule that helps blood vessels relax. Smart move: make your own with olive oil, lemon juice, mustard, and herbs. 8 Red meats, excessively consumed. Too much iron, too little heart care. Beef, lamb, and pork can be part of a healthy diet but in moderation. When overconsumed, they raise LDL cholesterol and can promote oxidative stress in aging hearts. Scientific insight: Harvard Health warns that excess heme iron from red meat may contribute to arterial plaque and increase heart attack risk. Tip: aim for lean cuts, no more than 2 to 3 times a week. 9 Soda and sugary beverages. Sweet poison for the aging heart. Even one sugary drink a day can raise your risk of cardiovascular disease. Sugar spikes insulin, causes weight gain, and contributes to metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions that increase heart disease risk. The CDC notes that people over 60 who drink sugary beverages regularly have significantly higher chances of type 2 diabetes and heart problems. Swap for water infused with lemon, mint, or unsweetened iced herbal teas. 10 Margarine, hydrogenated. The not-so-buttery enemy. Many margarines contain partially hydrogenated oils, aka trans fats, which raise LDL and lower HDL. Even small amounts can double your risk of heart disease. Thankfully, newer margarines may be safer, but always check the label for partially hydrogenated oils. Choose instead grass-fed butter, in moderation, or olive oil. 11 Store-bought baked goods. A sugar and trans fat bomb. Cookies, cakes, muffins, especially from stores or bakeries, often contain dangerous levels of sugar and trans fats. Real story: a patient of mine with atrial fibrillation had nightly pastries and wondered why her symptoms worsened. Cutting them helped restore better rhythm control. Alternative: homemade oatmeal cookies with banana, nut butter, and no added sugar. 12 Raw sprouts, for immune-suppressed seniors. A small crunch with big risks. Raw alfalfa or mung bean sprouts may carry E. coli or salmonella. While young adults may recover easily, seniors often experience dangerous complications. CDC and Cleveland Clinic both recommend seniors avoid raw sprouts due to foodborne illness risk. Solution: steam or saute your sprouts lightly, or use microgreens instead. Conclusion: small changes, big protection. No one food will make or break your heart health. But over time, the wrong choices repeated daily can quietly wear down your most precious muscle. The key is not fear, but awareness. The good news? Every one of these danger foods has a safer, equally delicious alternative. Start with one swap a week. Trade canned soup for homemade broth. Switch white toast for oatmeal. Toss bottle dressing for lemon vinaigrette. These choices, small but consistent, rebuild your heart's strength. Remember, your heart has carried you through decades. It deserves your attention now more than ever. Feed it with love, knowledge, and consistency, and it will thank you with many more healthy years to come. Disclaimer: this article is for educational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. Please consult your healthcare provider before making dietary changes.